There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. Ever. Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Alright, nothing down to fuck all, borough. Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir? The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man, like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungod. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can name a motor carriage. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie as somehow you swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the lights are off. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after it. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you own. You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? This person also forced the drinks on you. A cool wind gushes in. Your toe. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, was this not the same Elon that founds empires and lays waste? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there. As you slowly abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You are correct. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the forever show. Your city. That meant only one thing. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact, everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you? The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Le Million's regional mega hit. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. Just like that, it's over. The running.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
No?
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman. The young woman shakes. Officer could be an artistic statement. You're already prone to those.
No, you're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't.
She means it. She wouldn't defy authority, however sweaty and bloated it may look.
Okay.
Whoa. Something wants to come out of you. A bit of...
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. Couldn't say. In truths?
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after
Isn't it the other way around? Heavy drinking decreases testosterone. And believe me, you would know. She puts out her cigarette. Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like she looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation.
You sure look like you're from Revachol.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from...
It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. Yeah?
Those words tell me something else.
There was the usual ruckus. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about it.
Oh, were huge where I come from.
In that case, doesn't life get hard because we go on?
I don't know about that. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now, it was difficult to tell. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4. Glad to have been of assistance.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is closed. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an good. Thinking about yummies, and when you're done thinking about, plus smoking them gives massive bonus. There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously like two baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear a normal cop, you may be what they call a good, they're balanced, comfy. should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Utterly. And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people. A man in his late 20s, Stan, that was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
No, I'm not the bartender.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
A competent work of taxidermy. Looks like the bird was ripped off. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol. The small steel tag says as much. The great something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Oh no, you're a hero.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days. No, I haven't seen you around.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his on the counter, rolled out of his open hand. You see a blister pack of headache medicine. There is only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Why the yelling, man?
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
Really? You...
Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police more than they usually do.
Thank God, no. Brilliant. That's the name of my employer.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? We're in the middle of a strike. For one, I could use some more shut-eye in the mornings. Right away. We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. Okay. I guess there's... They got it. Measureheads. Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait.
The dock worker doesn't answer. The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, clinging to a picture book version of the past century. waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. The contemporary period stands. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is as you approach. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, on the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 50.
You realize this is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench.
Very well, officer. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for... It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe... Okay, we'll have time for that after we take... Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm. Sure. But did you take it down from the tree? So, the body is...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead... Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation...
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your palm.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word a security guard or worker of some sort, hired by one. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. No, it's not a particularly mysterious...
The lieutenant adjusts his collar. It doesn't look like he wants the case to be more mysterious.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man...
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take...
On the surface, he's dismissive, but there's a conspiratorial glint in his black eyes. If only you knew what he would say.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much.
Focus on other people's troubles.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on him. The man with the unimpressive...
Mr. Gard, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene.
No, I only just got here. It was...
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use.
You said you just got here. From...
What, of Martinez? No.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said...
I didn't imply that.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask his face express. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see...
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro sweeping over the place. Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole?
I don't know who killed him.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, the locals, customers,
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbor company, I hear.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little note.
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. Good for you. Was there something else?
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
As you blow this joint, behind you, a wine.
Real mature, man.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie? She is appraising you scientifically, the way she would an exceptional zoological
You're a handsome man, officer, with your... But dear, you're not.
in another time and place.
You must forgive me. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I...
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the...
Of course, dear.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? Of course. What can I help you with? Me?
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else.
I am pleased to meet you. Of course. Where to? The harbor gates? Some kind of There's the pier, the Cape Side
Pier? Buildings? Apartments?
some shops and a bridge. Just coast. There's a it's just water.
In the west is the miracle.
What do you mean? Yes, sir.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Oh, that.
She's relieved someone is even all the way over.
No problem.
She's very well composed.
Of course. I won't hold.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
She must be very diligent about the glove use, because you see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole. The hole in this fence doesn't look that huge. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents.
You could follow the track.
You are correct. This
Somehow that makes you...
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games.
Books? Postcards? Easy. Even a kid would know all of this. Don't be a fool. As an expert, it's your duty to tell what you know to everyone.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or
crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine you don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you know more about books, maybe?
Whoa. What have we? A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if they ever...
True. They never cleaned up the wall damage. The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time.
The spread pattern of these bullet holes, more old bullet holes, at least half a century, a different era.
Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old. No, we are not constructors and renovators.
The lieutenant. All around you, rain falls on the ground. The spring thaw must be here. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. Grey sky like your shirt. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol. Sheets of the ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on it. Your hair is an oily. There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. La Drusienne, King Dri, Couron, the lower middle class, distributary, a silvery curtain of rain. Oh, you have never been there. Capeside apartments. Hallways collapse from the morning new. A yard. A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. The road ascent. Revachol is the capital of the world. It's home.
I've a brother in the cut. Where the wood at?
In the rain-swept satellite officer on the bridge. Officer.
Where's your homo, homie?
What?
It's not like that. They're what is called heterosexual life partners.
Huh? Yeah.
Heterosexual life.
Funny apery. Male-centric.
Is there something wrong?
No, nothing. It's just Judith went to his place and
That would be
With that animal? Never again, man.
in Martinez. He's in.
Your vision blurs. You wipe your coalition hero statics hang like apparitions.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button looks new.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Kuno's got this!
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost
Oh yeah! Nappa Gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno!
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Fuck that! Kuno!
They pay you no heed or pretend not to know.
Shits himself?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the...
The fuck does Kuno know what?
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects, making the batter.
What? You wanna fuck Kuno?
It's just like back in school. Insults are weapons for bullies. Disarm him. Exactly. Stop thinking this idiotic thought now and say something normal instead.
What's the matter? Who's the man now, huh?
What was that, Kuno?
Nothing, see, nothing. Just slicing some bacon. All right, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player. Irregular speech patterns. Overconfidence.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck you. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Shitload, pig. What you call?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Kuno's fucking.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. You're testing.
Get lost.
Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. Dunno. Keep that.
Kipped is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or...
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can... Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things...
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Probably climbed. Kuno was busy. You heard Kuno. Kuno...
The city's too large for him to have left. But he wasn't here either. So where was he?
Told you, pig bait. Fucking mess.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno? You wanna know where Kuno was?
Don't tell him that, Kuno.
It's not fucking lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about...
What the hell is it about then? A city of toys? No, this is a minor discovery. Don't let this night...
You're testing...
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't...
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6, maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel 3. Hobnailed work 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 4. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is 7. The glowing outline of a stand 8. And yet another
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else? $200?
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yeah.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just...
Maybe there was a physically impressive strongman in their midst. Someone who wanted to impress their peers.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you say? Interesting.
You can almost feel the association taking form in your front.
So maybe one of them wasn't a dock worker, but a driver.
Check out the big brains on whatever your name is. The joy dissipates down your spinal column like a grounding effect. Glorious intellect at work.
Yes, a drummer. I don't know. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? You're right. Let's keep a low profile. A week, maybe? 7 days would feed the...
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for...
Correct again. Sub-zero temp...
What do I think? A mob of people. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle.
Indeed. They all stood... Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him up. Isn't it strange to have your assumptions confirmed like this? This is what someone whispering suggestions in your ear would like you to feel.
Do you think there's something we are missing? If it fits too well...
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below. As you breathe in, it's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you? The spell has no effect. You stand this delicate machine, ready for picking.
They do after 7.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying, delicate and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly part...
Indeed. Technically...
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic. It's all you, baby.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing it is. We've requested similar material for a full set.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot. That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for... I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. Piece by piece, we should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information.
The sabatons dangle off the man. The cadaver slowly twists. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into... This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big...
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes.
No. You feel like it was something else. But what?
70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worries me.
The cadaver hangs an intricate web of blue light. His corpse is marked by stars, alcohol, and heartbreak.
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics.
It doesn't seem familiar from...
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist, and he takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being...
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see...
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only 1 ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. Here, a souvenir. Don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed...
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
His eyes are milk. These eyes used to be dark brown hair. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below.
I'm gone. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A mother.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead, Cobbo. Into the what? In the past. What do you mean? Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions. Maybe I was getting my rocks off. Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you, Captain Coppadromo?
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
Come back later, Coppo.
His eyes are... These eyes, dark brown hair. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside. An expression of pleasure.
Why do you think so? There are no supernatural reasons. Good. The victim is of Occident.
When he says Occidental, he means the corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself. His eye, these eyes, dark brown hair, underneath the curdled meat. The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark. As you narrow your eye, this is a trick. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of...
I see it. His neck too.
The monster comes back into focus. And
so what do you think?
I think he's dead and about to explode.
I do.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
Agreed. Especially...
You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced.
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the...
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your Because you're a cop. Your lost Copo Dopo would have been come back later, cop.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists the material delicate. These are clearly not boots. There are the cadaver slow. The hangman's knot. This is, oh my, there's something on the belt. A vermilion in yellow letters along the length of the twist.
Extremely. Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand. I was afraid it would be.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought...
He doesn't actually think that...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of...
There's no question. An acrobatic maneuver would solve this situation. Nothing can go wrong with a good maneuver.
I don't doubt your physical prowess, officer, but this is a grueling surgical The risk of acrobat...
The fuck have you got against comedy pigs?
I have thought of that, yes. But the tire tracks would compromise... Also, my MC...
He could come up with at least 4 more reasons why not to trample on the roof of it. The lieutenant inspects the belt, his forehead lined with worry.
I was really hoping we wouldn't.
Confirmed. I would really prefer if there was another way. But what other options? The corpse twists.
Climb up there and...
It seems unclimbable, cause the ladder is tripped.
Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this. Clown cops climb tree, fall down. Enraged cop assaults children after falling from tree. Cretin cop, they like that word, saws the branch he's sitting.
Fuck yeah, climb that!
See, you're only making them do those things less.
Oh no, we should be very afraid of newspapers. And
this is years of experience talking. He's seen career after career ruined by careless media strategies.
What I'm proposing is,
Oh, these have got to be the most fucking boring mulka parts I've ever seen.
Someone else? You mean like the police? Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come. We are not getting him down already.
Yeah! Bang bang!
How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, they're...
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss! The pigs...
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Take the...
Yeah, take the shot.
Silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 armistice. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off.
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow stepped. Oh my god. That was so many types of wrong. Who taught Four Eyes to He feels bad about it.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
No, we are lucky as it is. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position. I have to say, it's beginning...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself. Take his gun and show him how to use it.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting...
They only have one gun.
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs.
Officer, why do we only have one gun? That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible.
We're not off to a good start. This missing gun business is making your hand tremble.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite, and you've held this.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno?
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The buckle comes into
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth?
This isn't mere boundary pushing. There is a true suicidal rage in the kid as she's provoking you. The buckle explodes into tiny pieces. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
The ace is high. You could add an ace's low to it, if you like. The high arrives with a sharp slap. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does, and with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to...
I knew these guys were
Kuno cracks with laughter.
I knew they suck each other.
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death.
Slumped on the ground like that as not in...
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. I need a little breather before we do the autopsy. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used. Or we could ask...
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Yes.
Inconspicuous pile of the roofing material. Because there's a secret door. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool?
Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is below. See that ladder?
The rotting man lies on him. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Do I remind you?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
No, not quite. Be fair now. There you go. Look.
Feeling nausea?
Come back later.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me.
Hello again, officer. How are things? Well, this snow has nutrients.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the one. Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you. Glad to have been of service. Now you know the locals are keeping tabs on you.
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. She shifts in her seat awkwardly.